We continue our series Made in Arizona, highlighting unique products that are created right here in our state. If the heat has got your goat, you might want to take a trip northeast to the Rim Country and visit the ranch at Fossil Creek. There, you can find fresh goat milk, fudge, and cheese at the Fossil Creek Creamery. Mary Lucero and videographer Scott Olson take us to this agritainment experience and show us how the tasty goat milk goods are made.
This little guy is saying welcome to the Fossil Creek Creamery. No kidding. It's a creamery where goats provide the milk to make some tasty treats. The ranch at Fossil Creek and the Fossil Creek Creamery is about 2 hours northeast of Phoenix in Strawberry, Arizona. The goat herd has nearly 30 adults and 5 babies. It's a hands-on experience for visitors, and kids love the kids.
Llamas and goats that are in a petting zoo get bored with what they're doing, and they feel like they're being mauled by you, as opposed to here. They're not in a small confined area, they're not in a cage. They want to be here, and so it's just more fun, and the people see goats coming to them and they've got a choice of more than one as opposed to going to a petting zoo and there's just 1 or 2.
They also have 9 llamas and an alpaca.
There are several people that come here that said, you know, I've always loved a llama.
But predators don't. The llamas also guard the goats.
A couple of weeks ago we had a black bear that was down along the fence. He was just meandering in for something. And the goats had all run up to the fence and were kind of shivering and shaking. And meanwhile, the llamas were running up and down the fence line where the bear was, trying to shoo him off.
But for most, the attraction is not the llamas or the goats, but what comes from the creamery. John and Joyce Bittner own and run this intimate operation.
I don't want hundreds and hundreds of goats. A nice maintainable herd where we can name them all, know their names. They know their names. They come to us when we call them.
Spirit! Spirit!
Right now we're small and we want to stay that way. Probably about 15 gallons of milk a day. Translated, that's about 14, 15 pounds of cheese a day and lots of fudge.
Making that fudge and the other products begins with milking the goats.
Everything from A to Z is done on the farm. The goats were born here, they're bred here, they're raised here, they're milked here. The milk is pasteurized here, the milk is put into different products here. It's even packaged. So when it leaves here, everything, all of the items in here took place on the farm.
After it is extracted, the milk is pasteurized in this machine.
When you pasteurize, this is a double boiler. Not only do you have to heat the double boiler to get the milk warm, but you have to heat the air space above the milk. This is a hairdryer. It just brings the air in and it heats it very hot and blows it down into the airspace. This thermometer keeps track of what the temperature is in the airspace. This thermometer keeps track and records over here the milk temperatures.
The Bittners have learned the art of cheese making.
I have a pail of cheese that sat in with the culture all night, and now we're cutting the curd. The more spaces of curd we can get, the little squares I'm trying to make, the more it will let the whey out of the curd. And we're going to let it sit for a while, probably another 20 minutes. And at that time, then we'll be able to scoop it up. So what I did a little earlier is that I took whey out of the curds and whey out of this thing, and I put it into cheesecloth. And so now I'm going to bring the cheesecloth up to tight like this so I can tie it. And then I'm going to reach over here right in front of you. And we're going to hook up on my pulley. And there you go. You've got curds and whey, the whey dripping down, and I'm going to let that drip for a few hours. And then later on tonight, I'll be adding flavors to that cheese or just salt.
The end product is a creamy, spreadable cheese, plain or in several flavors. About 20 restaurants around the state use the cheese in their dishes. People who taste the cheese react this way. The goat milk fudge gets the same sweet response.
Yes, very much.
The taste experience, to taste something that's so fresh and to have actually seen where it came from and then how it was processed. I think that's what people enjoy.
The nice thing that I get out of it is it's like you're visiting friends on their farm, and you kind of can be yourself, and there's nobody hassling you, and you get to go see the llamas, see the goats, and then they have this shop here, and come in and kind of experience the different goods that they make, the fudge and stuff, and it's just amazing place.
The Bittners enjoy offering that experience to children. They also help needy children in the Rim Country with their Kids Feeding Kids program. A fee to bottle feed baby goats goes to an area charity that feeds the hungry.
We have a place that we can help educate kids who are primarily living in the city about what country life is all about, what it's like to care for animals, what things animals produce.
Things you don't find, says Bittner, at a big chain store.
Everything that we use, we buy local. Restaurants and grocery stores and individuals that come here to our retail shop are looking for this local and fresh. Will they pay more for it? Probably in the long run, yes. Will they pay less for it? Probably in the long run, yes, in the sense that there's support in the local economy and that can bring the prices down. We need to take care of each other, so I say we buy locally and then we hope that people want to buy locally. And from the results so far, that's true.
And with that support, the Bittners like to say they owe their success to others.